Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and it's Scrap Backwards Monday, and I have quite a few things I'm going to be scrapping backwards from today. For one, I waited. Normally I would make this video on Sunday for publication at 6 a.m. on Central Time or Eastern Time on Monday. But I decided to wait until I had the load prompt for the day and to combine those. And also, I try to do a scrap a sketch on Monday. And I didn't do last week's sketch, and this is this week's sketch. So I could use either one or the other of those. And the load prompt is based on this game of Scrabble, and it's about, we're supposed to scrap about bending the rules or going off course, veering away from the strict adherence to a recipe or something like that. And I, at the moment, cannot think of any story that I have that way. The technique prompt is to use Scrabble type letters, and I happen to have a little container of those. There are some white ones and there are some wood grain ones, and I don't mind combining those if I need to build a word for a title. So we're gonna just kind of start from scratch, and I'm gonna kind of show you how I go about this, or at least how I'm going about it today. I have done no pre-work. You can see my desk is clear except for the sketches, and I have a few photos. These are the only photos that I've pre-printed, and I don't think I don't think any of them, maybe this one might, I don't know. I don't think any of them fits the load prompt, but we'll see. So first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna move this back up, and I'll turn it this way, and you can see here, this is my scrap backwards kit. Essentially, there are many other things that are part of it. There's a whole bag of scraps, and there's this little tray of things I've fussy cut. There's another tray that I will show you that has florals. There are large florals, and then there are small florals. There's some wood grain, and I've combined leaves, since so much of the wood is wood grain wood veneer leaves. I have some circular elements, which includes flare and some other circly bits. This is all my tropical stuff, and a lot of it is fussy cut from images I've printed. So that's all included, and it's by the desk. Also included is this little tray of Bramble Fox goodies, and this is not all the Bramble Fox I have. These are the ones that were kind of towards the end of using a package, and there were just little bits left. So these I keep close to my desk, but not on it. And then I have some, the standard things, enamel dots and jewels and some twine. So to start out with, kind of the original concept that Adam and I had when we came up with this whole scrapping backwards idea was that we would take some, we both had a lot of these sticker sheets that we hadn't used. These are the ones that have been in my Scrap Backwards kit for the last little while now, and I'd really like to kill at least one or two of them in the next few months. So I have this one that's day in the life, kind of got muted colors, but some pretty images. I like this bicycle especially, and I like the suitcase and so forth. This is a Bella Boulevard that has some circular elements, and it has a blue plaid alpha, which I like, and it has these border strips and an arrow. This is a photoplay that has kind of basically a 3-color scheme, and I'm not sure I absolutely think these colors necessarily look all that great together, but they're fine and combined with other things, and there's some words here, and some I like the chevron arrows there, and there are lots of arrows here. And this one is Walk on the Wild Side. I guess it's Into the Wild by Simple Stories, and it has this word adventure, which as I look at it, and then I look at the little Jeep, and I look at these things, this says a page about a kid, or it doesn't have to be a trip to the zoo. It can be just or a dog. I guess it could be about Reese. But these are just fun. When you see adventure, you're thinking fun. And then there's some things down here that are so fun. You are one cool cat, which would be kind of cool to use on a page about a dog. Roar loud. The mighty jungle rattled the cage. So thrilling. So I'm thinking I could use this as my basis for the page, and then pull some things. I'm determined to pull something off of each of these pages. This is a really beautiful doodlebug that has some pretty things. Most of these came in Mind the Scrap kits. This is a Bella Boulevard to the Moon. It has another blue alpha that's different. And then there's this Farmstead Harvest. That might be tough to find something to use. And then I have this. This is a Valentine theme, but it has, I love the birds on there, the multicolor mixed media looking birds. And it has some strips. It's a basic gray kissing booth. So let's go back to my adventure idea here. Let's see. Well, where did it go? Did I lose my adventure? Okay, here we are. I'm going to say, because it has this multicolor word, that we could kind of go to scraps, and I could either cut circles out of them, which would be hard to do on camera. So I'm going to go with this sketch, and I'm going to cut, this looks like 2-inch strips, and it looks like that might be 9 inches. Let's start with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't have to have exactly as many as Lisa has drawn here. I only have one photo. I'm probably only going to go with one photo. And it could be this photo that, and I want to cover up the stop sign if I can. I didn't want to lose all the rest of the snowy photo there. This is Ava many years back. I get lots of my photos from my son's Facebook memories. He's taken a lot of photos that I don't have a copy of, so therefore I've never scrapped them. And I'd never seen this one of Ava out playing in the snow in the neighborhood we live in now. It had snowed when they lived in a previous house, but I didn't know that we had one since we've lived in this house. I also have this, which is a selfie of me and John. It had to be 2019 because that's when my hair looked like that. I had shaved my head when Ava got leukemia, and chemo had made her lose all of her hair. I have this pin, that's a Margaritaville themed thing. And I have something about a guy being inducted into the Astros Hall of Fame, and he was our neighbor and a friend of ours from across the street back when he was playing. And then I have this one that I took on of a sunrise through the wintry trees without their leaves in the woods behind us. That kind of reminds me, I think I have a picture of Reese looking out. Let's pull up my phone, and if I don't use the photo, let's look at my photos. This is the photo of Reese. There's a thing about breaking the rules, I guess. She's not allowed on the furniture, but man, if she hears or thinks she hears something crackling in the backyard and she thinks it's a deer or a squirrel or a chipmunk, and we have all three and sometimes all three visible at the same time. Let me get that back. She's up there. And this was taken just a couple days ago. Look at her with her. She has when they groom her, they shave all the hair and they clean around her eyes and stuff. But they leave her tail fluffy, and she's pointing her tail. It is pointed straight out up into the air, just like a hunting dog, but it's got so much fluff it just looks like a ball of fur on the end of her little body. And so let's just say maybe that would be a good one for adventure. And now let's pick some scraps, and we'll do this, and then I'll refer to these. And I'm gonna have to come up with a title that uses adventure as well as my Scrabble letters. So let's look at my Scrabble letters. This is an important part of the thing. I was thinking, and gosh, this is going to be hard to do, and you don't want to watch me do that. I was thinking new day, new adventure. So let me see if I have those letters. And maybe I have some N's. I found an A for day. And there's the two different kinds. And so I need 2 E's and 2 W's. And I'm just going to have to go through these. Maybe I ought to, there's D for day. I'm possibly out of E's, but maybe I could make something. I'm not. There's a W. And I need E's. There are no numbers in here, so I can't turn a 3 backwards. I have lots of Z's and V's. Okay, and oh, there's an E. New N. I could take a B and I could use white paint to get rid of the loops so that it would end up looking like an E. So I'm going to leave that there in case I need to use it, in case I can't find one. And I could also take a black pen and make a line on an F. I need a W. I could take an M and make it upside down. And then the little score number would be in the wrong place. Ooh, I found an E. I found two E's. Okay, so I'm going to use that, and I'm done. I have all the letters I need. So now I'm going to try to get these back in the container, and we'll start going through scraps to build our page. I'm going to take the lead from the colors in the adventure title, the adventure word there. So there's a let's see, put that back. Okay, so there's some pink in there, so I'm thinking this scrap might work to cut something from. There's there's a brown in there, so I'm gonna take this wood grain. So I'm thinking that I want maybe 7 pieces of pattern paper. So that's 2. And I'm gonna maybe cut some green out of, ooh, there's the green side, green. Let's see. We have, I kind of like the multicolor stripe that's here, and I need a long piece up at the top. There's another green, and it's a different kind of green, so I'll probably pull that out. There is an aqua, so I can use that. I don't know, a gold polka dot, why not? And I don't know how many pieces that is. I'm looking for some sort of blue. That's a piece of blue cardstock. I'm more looking for a blue pattern paper. There's an orange. I've got that aqua, but I kind of wanted a real blue, and I'm not seeing one. Here's another, other than in that pattern paper, or that here is not exactly blue, but we're going to go with those. So now I'm just going to cut two-inch strips. this is the full 12 inches, so I'm going to cut, I'm going to randomly just cut something off of it. We'll go with the 2-inch strip of this orange. And I will cut, let's see, I have to see what this is. That's right at like 9.5. So I'll make this one 9. And it'll be next in line. Let's see, I'm gonna put all of these things on top of that photo because I think we're gonna go with the photo of Reese. Or like a little bit of yellow dots. We're gonna go with 2 inches of that. And we're gonna make this one 8.5. And then I want to get this one in here. I'm going to make it 8. And will this go 7.5? Yeah, that's 7.5 right there. I'm just going to cut that little strip off, and I know I can use that somewhere. And we're going to go with a 2-inch strip of this green. 7.5, and then I'm going to go with the wood grain. Let's see, how big is this? That's 6, exactly 6. So I'm going to do the 2 inches this way. And then this might be 6.5. It is 7, so no problem. I can do it like so. Inches. Okay, and then that was, I forget. I'm just gonna cut this like so to get that straight, and then we'll come down to this. If it isn't a perfect progression, then that's okay, because we can always embellish to cover up that it's not a perfect cascade down the page. So I'm just going to grab a sheet of white paper, which is really the back of a pattern that I didn't think I would use. Okay. So I'm going to take the longest piece right there. Then we have that one. Is that one smaller than that one? And I'm going to kind of maybe do them a little bit wonky. Is that right? There, and there, and there, and there. Okay, so I like this kind of just like it is, so I'm just going to lift it up, lift up the papers, and tack them down where they are. Because I know if I take them off, I'll never get them back. in an arrangement that I like as well as I like this one. So does that make sense at all? I'm sure you've all been there. And there. Okay, now I'm going to go to the other side and do kind of the same thing. I don't mind if they're not absolutely flattened and tacked down, because I want there to look like there's some movement or whimsy to it. Now I have no idea where the photo or the title may end up, but we'll figure something out. I'm gonna say that that is a 3x4 photo. So I'm gonna take a piece of white cardstock and cut it as a mat. I'm going to make it 3 1/4 by, I don't know what that is. That's by, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That'll give me some. Okay, so this will show us where the photo is going to go. And I'm thinking that I'd like the photo here, and maybe I would like a mat behind it of one of those colors, like this orange. I'm thinking that would look good. So let's do a narrow strip of orange there. Okay, so now it's ready for a 3x4 photo. So when I print that photo, I'll print it to 3x4. So I'm going to put this right here at something of an angle, and I'm going to put some foam behind it. And then we'll get to the fun part, the embellishing. Ooh, that floral is so gorgeous. That's Paige Evans. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on. I'll put it down like this so that it kind of goes down lower than that. And that leaves room for a large embellishment there. Probably, let's just see. So we're going to say new day, new adventure. So I want to, I'll go ahead and glue the let's see where we want that to be. I like the word adventure across this green area right here. So let's just do that. And I'm going to put foam behind it in the form of, ooh, I have a piece here. There. And I have to cut that because it'll show through the cut letters. I want to raise it up because it's going to be surrounded by the wood letters, which are kind of thick. They're the same thickness as Scrabble letters, which makes sense. Okay. So I've got that. ready to go right here. I'll maybe have it bridge these two because I think that still shows nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go like that. I think that's kind of funny that the M is upside down. It's kind of a nod to the idea of cheating, or I'm cheating by using an M for a W. I kind of want them touching. And then let's do the new day. It's kind of hard when I've put the strips of paper at wonky angles. It's kind of hard to get something that is not also wonky. So I'm going to go with the wonkiness. I'm going to embrace the wonkiness. So I'm going to go along that line. Let me get the words spelled right at least. And I can journal on that pink piece. Now the the wood grain pieces are not as thick as the white, but I think that it's shaping up to be kind of cute. So now we'll have fun with embellishments. I want to use the Jeep for sure, and I think the Jeep can go maybe right here, driving onto the page. So I'm going to get some foam, lift it up. I know this is going to be a longer than usual video, and I reserve those for ones that show the backwards process. And obviously this isn't a process I use on every page. But I think by designing the kit around the stickers in the beginning, I kind of end up with, I'm going to put this here but not stick it down because I want to be able to put my photo there. I'm just going to lift it up, and I'm going to put some foam by the head, and I will leave the backing on it so that it doesn't stick down, and then I'll remove the backing when I get the photo down. Okay. But I will stick them down here. Okay. And I also want to use the small giraffe. And I'm going to go ahead and use some thin foam on his neck. Okay. That's cute. It's just cute. And I like the idea of using these little guys around as well. And what I'm going to do for them is cut small pieces of this foam. I'll cut this square into 4 little ones, and I'm just gonna, that allows me to kind of place them around. I love the little I'll put him there, and a little tiger. Right there, let's say. And we have a little koala bear looking creature. And then I'm going to use flowers, of course. And I'm going to put that guy right there. So we've got them kind of spread throughout. And I'll have some, I can do some flowers around them if I don't stick them down like that. Okay, now I love so many of these word strips, and again I'm going to use the thin foam behind them. This one says "so fun." And I thought I'd maybe put these over by the critters. I like the "You Are One Cool Cat," but what I really, really like is this one that says "The Mighty Jungle." And I'm going to put that, you know, if you recall in that photo, she's looking out at the wooded area behind. And so maybe I could run that actually just right on the photo across those woods. So that's an idea. But again, that's something I can't do until I have the photo there. So I'm just going to kind of slide it under, and I don't have the backing off the foam, so I'll put that on after that. And by the time this gets, the page gets posted in the group, the Scrap Backwards group on Facebook, I will have put the photo on, and I'll have some, and I may have some other embellishments once I get the photo on. I'll see if it looks like I need anything. This says "You Are One Cool Cat," so that would be kind of good to use by the lion. And I've got this little, it's a geotag, and I thought I'd put that maybe with the Mighty Jungle, because it shows where where Reese is. Now I like this, the walk on the wild side. Could that go right here? Or is that too much? I think it's too much. I have a lot of words in there, a lot of different fonts going on here and colors. So I don't want to add that. And I think I'm going to stop adding word strips, and I'll say I've gotten everything I need from that sheet, so I'm going to put it back in the kit. Now I'm going to put the scraps back here, and here on this page I'm going to, the bird is cute and it would be appropriate for this because I'm sure there's some birds out there, but it's just such a different style. I don't think it would work. So I'm going to take a couple of hearts and let those be my overlapping hearts that are my kind of my signature. And then I'm going to put that back in there. And I'm going to take these, I'll put this one actually down flat. This one I will put up on some foam. And I'll put that there. Okay. On this page, I'm going to have a little bit of trouble figuring out what to use here. There's a floral that kind of works with the orange, so I could use it maybe there. Let's do that. I'm going to do it this way so it overlaps the orange, and then I can put this guy down. Kind of right there. And the You Are One Cool Cat now moves up a little bit to fill in that gap with the florals. I want it parallel with that piece of paper. Okay. And I think that's all I can get from this sheet. These are kind of generic and they could work, but I don't really see a good place to put them, or any place that they're particularly needed. Or okay, here's this one. Has Little Man, Big Dreams. She's not a little man. she's a crazy dog. Discover. I kind of like that. So that's about all I can get from here. Or Little Explorer would work too. Let's do Little Explorer. It's a boy-themed thing, and we're using it for a little girl puppy dog. Okay, so Discover, let's put, if we have that guy right there, and I can have Discover out here. Let's do a floral arrangement around there. Let's get some flowers and we'll see what we have that might work with that color scheme. Okay, here are some of the small ones. There's a not seeing anything in particular there. The gigantic one. Here's a blue one that might work, right? If I put the blue flower right there and this right here, and then if I'm not mistaken, the Discover is in blue. So let's do that. Let's go crazy. And I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue on this just because it's in my hand. Go right there. And then my Discover is here. And I'll put some thin foam behind it. I just love this page. I think I'm going to be very happy with it. It's not a like a critical page in the history of my life, or anything like that. But it's kind of a cute moment where she's, and it's a photo that James thought was worth taking. He takes, if you follow me on Facebook, then you may see posts where he tags me, and a lot of you I know follow him. So you know how many pictures he takes of this dog, because his kids don't want pictures taken anymore. So I'm going to do this little explorer maybe right here under the hearts. Maybe I'll put it up here because it's gray and it's next to that guy, and I'll put the So Fun down here. Okay, I've got the backing off of that, so I need to find a flower. A flower that kind of goes with that aqua and that has a, and kind of with the grayish-ness. And it doesn't have to match, because all of these I'm kind of considering to be separate little vignettes. I guess that's what you would call it. I'm looking for something that has a aqua tone to it, and of course I'm not seeing anything in florals. Florals typically aren't aqua. That's too blue. Maybe something that's orange would work right there. The green is somewhat the same color as the aqua, and I can do it that way with the word on the other side. So let's do it. I'm going to put this on a thin piece of foam and get it right there. I'll put this adjacent to it. And then the little explorer can go here. All right, now I need something down over here. And the So Fun can go there, maybe. Let's see what kind of flower we want, or maybe we want something tropical, like one of these tropical leaves that I cut out. That's kind of different, but it has the, I kind of like it, actually. I'm going to go with that. These are, I went to Etsy and I searched for tropical leaves, and what I was looking for was files that I could use to print at different sizes and have just a variety of tropical leaves. And these, then I took the images they sent were kind of flat, kind of all the same color. I'll show you in a minute what I mean, because I cut out some of those. They were like that, just kind of a single color. So then I ran through my photo editor, that program I have called Prisma, and those flat leaves kind of turned into this with the little dots, and this with the lines and the different kind of colors and striations in them. So I just absolutely love them. And I have printed many sheets, and I put them on their different sizes so I can use them that way. I'm going to put this right here, and none of these is glued down, so the photo will sneak under there just fine. I'm pressing that down, and the So Fun can go at the same angle as the photo, kind of right under the photo, or like this. I think I like it better under the photo. So let me get it placed with this. I'll kind of have it right under there. And I think we're done, except maybe let's see, do I have one of these I want something right there to kind of cover this area where the edges kind of come together there. I was going to see if this covered it, and it does, but it kind of overlaps onto there. So flowers it is. We now have to look for a very specific kind of flower, and the color doesn't matter as much as the shape and size. So let me, I'm not opposed to hiding half of it or cutting it in half. I like these pink ones because that pink A is right there. So let's see. What we can do here. Maybe just like that, right in there. And then I have this little bit that can go somewhere else. And if I don't use it on this page, I will not use it at all, so I'm going to find a place on this page to use this. Maybe, let's see, so this is going to go over here, and this might go right over the flowers. Let's see if that would work. Yeah, that'll work. Down here, how about, let's just do that. I'm going to scooch it under here. There. And we're done. I will add some journaling right in here that kind of ties the photo into the load prompt, though that isn't absolutely necessary. And you know what else? I have some rainbows cut out of some of those papers that had weird colors, like this one. It seemed like that might go there. It's too big, but I could cut it down. And the colors kind of look right. Let me see if I can find a smaller one. And the smaller ones are not going to be the right colors, I think. That one kind of works. I hate to lose the flowers at the bottom, so we'll skip the those guys. But I have butterflies, and this is a page that could use some butterflies, right? It might want some smaller butterflies. So let's think about. I like this blue one. I need to do some better fussy cutting around that one. And maybe that's the only one we'll use because it's the only one like that from that collection. So I've got lots of others from 49 and Market Packaging, and they are just absolutely the wrong style. And this remains, it's pretty, it's a cocoa vanilla, I think, but it still has kind of a childlike whimsy, which is what I'm kind of going for in this, on a page like this. And I kind of wanted, just yesterday I was asked why I left so much space on another page that I did, and had only one photo. And she said that if she only used one photo on a page, she'd have 5,000 pages. And that's probably why I probably have 5,000 pages. I have 150 albums, and each of those has 40 pages, so that's not 5,000. So do I want it here or here? I think that's a lot of blue there. I'm going to add the blue right here. I'm going to put it up close to the alphabet and close to this flower. I'm going to go ahead and put the geotag on the flower, kind of slightly overlapping the photo. And then once I get the photo on there, I'll put the Mighty Jungle across it. So I thank you for watching. I know this took a lot of patience, but occasionally I get asked to show the entire process. Anyway, more on the only using one photo. Again, I'm only using one photo. This wasn't an event or a party or a thing where I would want to document a lot of, the people who were there or the presents that were given or the places we visited or anything like that. This is a trying to use supplies and meet both a sketch and a load prompt. So I'm not, I it's one of those where I'm, and this is overstating it, of course, but I'm creating art, not necessarily documenting life. Although this photo is going to be one that I think we'll enjoy looking back on years from now, when Reese isn't quite so young, and maybe has become a little more docile or quiet. Although that's hard to imagine. But I thank you very much for watching, and I thank you for belonging to the group and for following the backwards adventures that Adam and I put out there for you every now and then. The group isn't as active as it once was, and Adam and I have talked about some ideas for making it more active, but neither of us, our schedules haven't meshed to the point where we've been able to do that yet, although I think we may be getting there soon. So stay tuned, and this is the finished page without the photo. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.